Athletes have different reasons why they try to lose, gain, or even maintain their weight. Different sports call for different weight requirements. For track athletes, you really focus on maintaining your weight because of the amount of calories you burn. And in other sports like football, you might need to bulk up and gain a few pounds. The key thing to remember is how to correctly lose, maintain, or gain weight in a manner with a healthy meal plan.
Weight loss is very important for athletes. Some wrestlers, runners, bikers, and even mountain climbers all try to be as little as possible to go farther and or move easier. As an athlete, you can't pursue weight loss the way the average dieter does. You should never try to shred excess body fat and build peak fitness at the same time. There are many things that athletes do to lose weight. They watch their calorie intake, but not when they are in the training process because it can be dangerous. Calories are energy, and you need a lot of energy to train effectively and to recover from workouts. Severe calorie restriction would simply sabotage your efforts to get fit and perform well. Athletes do a lot of strength trainings to increase muscle mass, which increases their metabolism. The increased protein intake, where they aim to get 30% of their daily calories from protein. High protein diets are more filling, and it helps you build muscle through strength training. Other things athletes do is sprint intervals and fasting workouts. Sprinting intervals are very short sprints proven to promote significant fat loss and helps develop power when you move into race-forced training. Fasting workouts is a long, easy run undertaken in a glycogen-deprived state. Your body relies on fat to fuel the workout, making it a great fat-burning session. Weight loss for athletes can be very dangerous and shouldn't be done to lose a large amount of weight. Athletes should always check with their coach, trainer, or dietitian to see what is a good weight for your height, age, and activity level.
Weight management for college athletes. Athletic performance and recovery from training are enhanced by attention to nutrient intake. Optimal nutrition for health and performance includes the identification of both the quantity and quality of food and fluids needed to support regular training and peak performance. As training demands shift during the year, athletes need to adjust their caloric intake and macronutrient distribution while maintaining a high nutrient-dense diet that supports their training and competition nutrient needs. It is helpful to think of the collegiate athlete's training year as including 3 phases: base, competition, and transition. During base training, when training volume is high, practices are longer and more frequent, athletes' energy needs are likely to be at their highest. A high-quality nutritional plan is key during this phase. Base phase training is also the best phase to experiment with and define event fueling and hydration strategies that can be continued throughout the year. The competitive phase usually reflects a decreased training volume and higher intensity training sessions, with extended periods of tapering leading up to the competition and travel. During the competitive phase, athletes should adjust calorie and macronutrient intake to prevent unwanted weight gain, learn how to eat prior to competition and while traveling, and how to adjust fluid needs based on the environmental impacts. Athletes who consume a balanced, adequate diet will likely exhibit the best performance and experience less illness during the competitive stage. The transition phase, during which an athlete's training volume and intensity are likely at their lowest, requires some attention to the prevention of unwanted changes in body weight, increased body fat, or decreased muscle mass. During this phase, athletes may need to decrease total calorie intake and resist overindulging while still maintaining a nutrient-dense diet. Some key elements collegiate athletes should know. Carbohydrate is the primary fuel for higher intensity activity, is required to replenish liver and glycogen stores and to prevent low blood sugar during training and performance. Protein requirements are slightly higher in both endurance and strength training, student athletes above the typical recommended daily intake. Fat intake is an important source of essential fatty acids and carrier for fat-soluble vitamins necessary for optimal physiological function. In general, vitamin and mineral supplements are not required if a student athlete is consuming adequate energy from a variety of foods to maintain body weight. Hydration status impacts both health and performance. Insufficient energy intakes due to skipped meals or dieting will have a rapid negative impact on training performance and over time on both bone, immune function, and injury risk. Inadequate energy intakes increase fatigue, deplete muscle glycogen stores, increase risk of dehydration, decrease immune function, and increase the risk of energy, as well as result in unwanted loss of muscle mass. The maintenance or attainment of an ideal body weight is sport-specific and represents an important part of a nutritional program. Student athletes are encouraged to eat to provide the necessary fuel for performance, yet they often face self- or team-imposed weight restrictions. Emphasis on low body weight or low body fat may benefit performance only if the guidelines are realistic, the calorie intake is reasonable, and the diet nutritionally well-balanced. The use of extreme weight control measures can jeopardize the health of a student athlete and possibly trigger behaviors associated with eating disorders.
When thinking of an athlete and weight management, I often think of weight gain. By gaining weight, an athlete can improve their performance on the field and gain energy and endurance levels. Also, many athletes lose muscle and therefore weight during the season. This means that they have to gain the muscle mass back. The best time to do this is during the off-season or at the beginning of the season. Any other time could be detrimental to the athlete's health and performance. The obvious explanation as to how an athlete should gain weight is to eat more, right? Well, yes, but the technical definition is to absorb more calories than they expend. But it is far more than just how much they eat. It is also very important that the athlete gets nutrient-dense foods. So the best way to boost your caloric intake is by having an extra snack or two a day and eating larger portions at mealtime. The snack, however, should not be junk food. Instead, it should be a protein-rich snack, such as a peanut butter sandwich and a glass of milk. Also, for your meals, it is important to eat at least 3 a day. So for breakfast, it is most effective to have cereals filled with granolas, nuts, and fruits. If you would prefer a warm breakfast like oatmeal, it is recommended to use milk instead of water when preparing it. Your drinks for the day should consist of fruit drinks and water. These fruit drinks would be apple juice, cranberry juice, pineapple juice, any type of juice that you could think of may want for the day. Your lunch and dinners should be filled with calorie-rich foods such as beans and seeds, along with protein from fish and chicken. However, if you rely solely on the protein from the fish and chicken, you will not gain as much weight. 500 extra calories a day in your diet will give you a 1 pound increase of weight per week. This is a good goal to shoot for because if you try to develop too much weight too quickly, you'll begin to develop more fat than muscle and strength. And fat, as we know, can lead to more health problems and concerns.
Today I'm going to interview and show Colten Sims some great ways to maintain his calorie intake, as well as to show him how whether he wants to gain, lose, or maintain his weight as an athlete. So like I said, this is Colten Sims. He's an offensive lineman for the Southeastern Lions. His number is 75, and he's from Rayville, Louisiana. So Colten, do you think your diet is healthy?
Yeah, I have a healthy diet, but there's always room for improvement.
Okay.
So,
as an athlete, as a college athlete playing football, are you trying to maintain, gain, or lose weight?
I'm trying to gain because, as you can see, I'm probably the lightest one on the offensive line right now. So.
Okay. Well, there's many tools online available for you for that, and the one I'm going to show you soon is on Livestrong website. It's called My Plate. So yeah. Okay, now we're at the My Plate section of the Livestrong website. This is a great website. It shows exactly how many calories you have remaining, how many calories have been consumed today, and how many calories have been burned today. This will show you exactly what you need to eat and how much exercise you need to do to gain that 1 pound per week. So for example, Colten, we're going to go with today. What have you eaten today for breakfast?
Well, I ate 3 eggs.
Okay, so what you do is you plug in eggs, and it will pop up. And were they regular? Were they scrambled?
They were scrambled.
Okay, so you had 3 scrambled eggs. So scrambled eggs, and you had 3 eggs, and you had that for breakfast. Okay? I ate this. Okay, that was 210 calories. Did you eat anything else for breakfast?
I had 3 slices of bacon.
Okay, so you type in bacon. Yep, sliced bacon. Slices, and you had 3.
Yes, ma'am.
Click I ate this. Alright.
And 2 biscuits.
Biscuits. And then he had 2 biscuits for breakfast. I ate this. Okay. Did you have a snack in between that and lunch?
I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Peanut butter and jelly. Right here. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and you just had one. And so you go up and you do morning snack, and I ate this. So as of right now, he has 2,822 calories remaining. Did you eat anything for lunch?
I had 3 ham sandwiches and a bag of chips.
Okay. Okay, ham sandwich, and that was for lunch.
3 of them.
Oh. Okay, and then you had a bag of chips. Okay, as of right here, y'all get the gist of what exactly is supposed to be done. So for right now, for Colten's breakfast, his morning snack, and his lunch, he still has 2,240 calories remaining if he wants to maintain his goal of gaining 1 pound per week. You could actually, if you scroll down on the page, you'll see exactly the foods that he's eaten, the serving sizes, the calories, the fats, the cholesterol, sodiums, and all of that. And you can literally do this for every day. And on the side, it shows net calories by day. And then if you keep on going down, it'll show your daily water consumption. So Colten, did you drink any water yesterday?
I had 8 glasses of water yesterday.
So you just add 8 glasses like this. Congratulations, you got your daily water consumption. And then it shows you a breakdown if you plug this in for weeks and months and all of that, exactly what you've intaked. Here, we're not going to show for Colten today, but you can plug in your fitness. They have fitness logs as well as what he does regularly. You can browse all different types of fitness. And this is a great way to help him maintain his goal of gaining 1 pound per week as a college athlete. Like I said earlier, this is a Livestrong website. There's many different sources available online, but this is the one we're going to use today. This is what it's called, the calorie counter. You put in your age, height, weight, your goal, and your activity level. So Colten, how old are you?
21.
You're 21 years old, and your height?
6'6".
6'6", and your weight is?
250.
Great. For your goal, do you want to gain 2 pounds per week, gain 1.5 pounds per week, gain 1 pound per week, maintain your current weight, lose 1 pound per week, lose 1.5 pounds per week, lose 2 pounds per week, or other?
Gain 1 pound per week.
Okay. And then your activity level. Are you sedentary, light activity, moderate activity, or very active?
I would say very active.
Great. And then from here, what you do is you just click Save and Calculate. After we plugged in all your information, Colten, the website estimates that you may consume about 3,964 calories a day to gain 1 pound per week. From here, we're going to go on to look at exactly what food you've eaten and to show you whether you need to eat more food, exercise more, and all of that.